So it's another week and we have got a huge amount of players again. Plus we are going to go up from the upgrades, if there is any, from last week as well. So we have got a lot of make your mark cards. I'm surprised we didn't get more Path to Glories at this rate. I'd have imagined kind of like a 2-week Path to Glory, then go into the Make Your Mark, but it is what it is. Now, if you are not familiar with the Path to Glories, and I think I was definitely one that was kind of skeptical on this one, because I woke up and thought, why is my Furlan Mendy 97? Like, he has extincted his price already, but he was a 96 originally. So if you go into Footbin and you go into the trackers, you'll see the Euro Path to Glory, the Copa America, and then also the Make Your Mark. Now, the one thing that I completely forgot is they technically don't have to play if they get the clean sheets. And with the Make Your Marks, it counts for every game, not just the one where they come out. So normally when we get like live cards, it's from the moment they're out, the next 4 games, the next 5 games. With Make Your Marks and the Euros, because it is only a tiny competition, you get the upgrades pre-dated back. So obviously with Konate and also Mendy, they both have now got an upgrade from a 96 apiece to a 97. So obviously now he's got the 1-0 against Austria, and then you've also got the 0-0 against Netherlands. So they technically get their upgrade. So unfortunately for Mendy, he didn't play in the second game. He's got 1 game I think he's done. I think he played the first game, didn't he? I want to say he did, but if he didn't, he didn't. I'm pretty sure he did. That means he'll get the upgrade, and then we just need the 1 game for the chemistry, and then if he does play the next 5 or plays 5 in total, he will get the next upgrade, which would make him a 98, which would be incredible. Now, in terms of what we've got from the previous week, none of them have got upgrades. If you go across to Footbin, as again, just kind of harping on with it, they do have all of them, but what you'll see is, like, for instance, like Xavi Simons was last week, but he's got the chemistry boost for playing, and there is some, obviously, appearances there. He's done 2 now, so he has actually played 2, looking likely to be able to get at least one of the upgrades at a minimum, if they can go through and get to the quarterfinals, which I don't see being too much of an issue. It will depend on where they go in first or second, whether or how hard it's going to be. But he's looking like a good upgrade. Sesko's got himself a lovely chemistry boost as well from playing the 2 matches. Needs to get the goals to get the next upgrade. So pretty much everybody here has either got 1 upgrade in terms of the chemistry boost, so no actual overall, but nobody from last week has got another upgrade. So, for instance, Kolo Muani going to 97. So no one has scored the 2 goals. Nobody else has got the clean sheets, bar from France, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Managing to get the 2 is always nice. If you're looking for coins to improve your team, head over to lootbar.gg for the most reliable and also the best coins around. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. So, going into this list then, I think McAllister is definitely at 1 more. I've kind of gone over him and thought, you know what, actually, he is an absolute talent when it comes to being in the midfield. And I'm kind of going to go through a couple of the others, but I think most of the others from what I saw from the comments were pretty okay. I'm just kind of going to the comments now just to see what else people were saying. I know that one was definitely a big one that everybody was loving. McAllister, gave him a go and thought, you know what, okay, we got to at least try him and try him again, kind of from the first week, because it was very rushed. I got back from being away. I've given a lot of the top ones a go, and they were okay. And obviously you got a decent amount from Virgil, from Palmer, from Leao, but McAllister was one that I kind of tried and thought, you know what, he's decent enough, but genuinely trying him again, much better. I feel like it was just the opponents, and sometimes that is going to be the case. We've obviously got McAllister in, I think there's about 3 or 4 comments. We've then got Wouty Weghorst. He's not in one, is he? I'm surprised that he hasn't got anything. No, he has nothing. 77 rated. So unfortunately, he is at the absolute minimum. But When it comes to the rest of them, I think I'm at a pretty good level with them. I'm quite happy with the top. Virgil's like literally the best centre-back in the game. Love Tchouaméni. I think Palmer's card is way better. Leao's obviously a brilliant one with a quadruple. Simons, beautiful. Martinelli. We are getting into the Copa America as well. Argentina have just won their first match, so we are now getting into the strides of them and potentially getting upgrades across the board. The one thing with a lot of the Copa Americas this week especially is that they are just fodder everywhere. So if you were to look at them, you have got one player out of everybody that is incredible in Rodrigo, 2.7 mil, fair enough. He's not the 5.5, which is a bit annoying again, but he's got the quick step, the incisive, the trickster, and the technical. Very nice indeed. Has the potential of a 98 if he manages to get 2 goals or assists and plays 5 games and also gets the chemistry boost as well. That's going to be an incredible card by the end of it. You've also got Musa. Looks decent in the middle, to be fair to him. I think he's one of them ones where I'm thinking, okay, you kind of take the Copa America out of it because they're kind of looking a little bit fodder orientated across the board. Like you've got 27, 23, 20, 56. A lot of them are okay, and I'd kind of now start to see maybe a lot of them going into the A and A+, but they are just fodder compared to just these two. Now, obviously, when it comes to the Euros, we have got the Euro Make Your Mark Plus as well. This is absolutely full of players as well, so we will go through them. But in terms of the Copa Americas, I think Garnacho goes up into the top. I think he's brilliant. He was an SBC last week that we did, obviously, later. Nunez, beautiful card. He is just an absolute stunner when it comes to an SBC. When you look through the SBCs, you've obviously got Nunez coming in at 580 now. So the prices have dropped even more. I think that's crazy pricing for a card that could get to 98. The only thing that we've got to wait for on Monday is their first match to see if he's playing. Does he manage to get any goals? That is going to be the big bonus for him. So you'll be able to get at least a first match underway, and then more than likely their second match would be after the SBC has expired. You've got one more day or 5 hours for Garnacho. I think he's well worth it for 460. That is a cracking value of an SBC. Again, the favourites in the tournament, or at least one of the favourites. The chances of a 98 could be quite high. He has obviously played as well, which is always nice. Also, so for them, I think that's an easy option. We've got Musa. I'd be coming in as an S easy. And then Rodrigo, if I can find him wherever he is an easy S+. That's kind of without a shadow. The rest of them, to be fair to them, I'm not really feeling. Like, there's some good playstyle pluses, there's some decent stats, but realistically now, I don't think it's going to be enough for most of them. Like, there's just no way that you're playing half of these cards. They're just absolute fodder orientated. We've got the objective being the 93 left back. You've also got Machado. I think it is Machado, is it? I want to say. I can't remember how you pronounce it. And then you've also got Way. I believe he was an SBC on Thursday or Wednesday. Not a bad one in terms of pricing, 110,000. Looking a bit more decent. He's obviously got the triple play style plus with a quick step. It's the intercept that I'm just like, why? He's a winger, and I get that he's a left back, right back in a lot of his cards, but if you're gonna make him more of a right mid orientated or kind of like a box to box, just at least give him 4 playstyle pluses with it. But he doesn't look terrible. I'd kind of go with him one more. And then the one that is kind of missing on that list is Jonathan David. He is a Make Your Mark Plus, and he looks fantastic. 420, obviously coming in for the Canadians. 99 pace, 95. Again, no quadruple playstyle plus, which is a bit unfortunate because they don't get any added. If it's a path to glory, I kind of understand, but we don't get no added, so it makes 0 sense for him. But he does look like he would be a very, very nice striker. But I think when it comes to Nunez, when it comes to Kolomuani, I think I'd prefer them. I don't think David has been as prolific in the game as he has been in the previous games with all of his special cards. Which leaves us to the Euros. We obviously got Gula. I think he is a phenomenal SBC. He managed to get himself a goal in the first game, so that's already a very good shout for him. We've got him at 132,000. You've got until the 24th, so 2 more days to get him done. I think it's an absolute must. He looks like he's absolutely rocking it, and even if he doesn't go through, if he can get that one more goal, he's got himself the upgrade to a 96, which I think is fantastic anyway. He's got the chemistry bonus, so you don't have to worry about that. He is in the Real Madrid squad as well, so plenty of links to go around. Vinny, Mendy, Rodrigo. There's still them links also, so if you're not worried about that anyway. He is a 5'4", and I do think when it comes to the stats, he's a brilliant, brilliant cam. He is obviously more attacking orientated than anything. He's not going to be anywhere near that box-to-box level. Now, we do have a lot of top-end cams, but I think he kind of puts himself at the very top of S, nearly into the S+, but with the amount of cards that we've got, there is a lot that would take over his place. He's just very, very good for the price. Konate, easy one up there, as well as Ferland Mendy. I don't think there's really any questions across the board there with them. They are phenomenal cards in themselves. Ferland Mendy coming in with the quick step, relentless jockey and long ball pass, the 4-5 as well, an incredible amount of stats. If he, like I say, if he manages to get the 5 appearances, that would be fantastic. But with him potentially only making 1, that's going to be a little bit of a downgrade for them, because if I go to the France Euro matches, I want to say he's done 1 already, but I know Footbin hasn't quite updated them yet. But I'm pretty sure I remember him in the first game. But I think I'm probably thinking of the Champions League final, to be honest. So in terms of, I know he didn't play yesterday. I know that full well. And then he had Austria, which, if I go to the lineup, it's just kind of gone off me. Brilliant. Go back and go into the lineup. He then... No, it's going to go off again. Okay. France versus Austria. Lineup. Might be a bit easier. More about this game. Lineup. There we go. So, he... of course he won't play. Why would he? He's got Theo Hernandez there. He's even on the bench. So more than likely, we only see the 97 from him. It's kind of fair enough, to be honest. It is what it is. So he's got the 1 upgrade, so at least he's got that at the very minimum. He hopefully makes a substitution, get the chemistry bonus, just for the extra bonus more than anything. But I think now if he goes 3rd game, round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals, he's got to get that upgrade. So if he doesn't play next game, there is no final upgrade for him, unfortunately. Konate, on the other hand, looking decent, obviously coming in with that 97. He's got himself the beautiful Anticipate, Slide Tackle, and Aerial Plus. So he is up there with the best of them. Another one that is absolutely phenomenal when it comes to it. And I'm interested, did he play in the lineup? Because again, I know they kind of going with Saliba, and I want to say Koyunde's the right back. I want to say with him. He's coming in. We go to the lineup. Saliba, Upamecano, of course it is. He didn't get in on that game. Let's have a quick look on France versus, who was it? Netherlands. I'm pretty sure it was Upamecano again, but honestly, you don't really pay too much attention. Yeah, Upamecano, and he didn't even make the sub. So unfortunately, he's got the same treatment as well. If he doesn't manage to play in the next game and then the following games to the final, he's not going to quite make it. We also have Ivan Toney. Now, it's a shame because I just don't see him getting the upgrade. He's another one. Most of these now, if they've not played, if they've done their 2nd game, it means that now they've got to play the rest of the game and get to the final. Ivan Toney, unfortunately for him, I think he's going to start coming down. I think he's an okay striker, but I don't think now he's worth it, in my opinion, just because he's not going to get the chemistry bonus. I really don't see him coming on, especially when we haven't played Parma yet. Then he's probably not going to get the goals, because realistically, he's going to have to come on in this 3rd game and absolutely light it up, which we haven't seen. And then also the 5 appearances. England have got to make it to the final, and to be honest, not feeling too great about it, to be fair. So it is what it is. We have Nuno Mendes, beautiful left back. He is another one like Furland who's coming in, but the only problem with him is he is locked behind an objective wall. So you have to finish the entirety of champs with the 12 wins with a full Argentina team. So from the starting lineup to the bench. I don't think reserves count, but I would just put them on just in case, or don't put reserves. Looks a good card. Obviously, like most left backs, he's got himself the rapid jockey whipped pass. It's a beautiful card. The problem is you've got to make a full Argentina team, which if you've not done, it's not that easy. Wirtz, it's quite an easy one, up into that S+. Love him as a cam. He's kind of making Simon's card look even worse like he did in Team of the Season. Doku, another one that's going to be up there. We are looking at Doku as this next level winger. Hopefully, he does get back on track, because unfortunately, the first game for Belgium just was not it, to be honest. He's managed to have the upgrade from the 94 as well. So if Doku, I know he's played, does manage to get 2 goals, and they do manage to go Wondering, do they have him as the tracker? I wonder, has he played? Because... oh, they're not going to show me, are they? Of course not. I was going to say, he's played in that first game, so it means he's going to play in Romania normally. So he should get the 98. If he can manage to get the 2 goals here and then get to the quarters, I mean, you're looking pretty nice for a 99 Doku. That could be a phenomenal card. Another one that's absolutely up there is Højlund. Højlund. He's a 5-star now. He's got himself the lovely left foot. He is a medium-high attacking to defensive work rate. I don't know why that's changed. Obviously, the 97 pace, great shooting, decent passing, brilliant dribbling, and then crazy physicality as well. Another whopping card. Rapid, power shot, chip shot, and finesse. I mean, that's going to be a striker well worth looking at the minimum, and hopefully one of the ones that is coming in cheaper than the rest, which is even better. We do have the likes of Trent as well, who is coming in as you probably guessed it, a right back. So unfortunately for him, he's not going to get that centre mid card, yet he's been playing there. He has got the ability to go into the centre mid at the very minimum, and does look a relatively decent right back. Now, I don't know if I'm going to quite say he's going to be well worth going for, especially with the right backs that we have, but he definitely looks up there. Intercept, whipped pass, long ball. He's got the pace upgrade from the 88. It's a stunning upgrade, but I do think when it comes to it, we need a little bit better from him. I don't know if I'd quite go the S+ as a right back. Maybe as a centre mid, to be fair to him. If he manages to get a bit more on that shooting, that's going to be much better in my opinion. Ter Stegen, going to be a whopping keeper. Absolutely love him in the game. So with the upgrade, phenomenal work. The only problem is Neuer's playing in net, I believe. So it's kind of irrelevant for him. If Neuer's in there, then it just is what it is. I'm pretty sure anyway. Again, you'd think that I've not watched these games. I've literally watched every single one of them. He's got Neuer. Yeah, Neuer's in net. Who did they play second? I don't even know who they played second. They played Hungary, of course they did. And I want to say, yeah, Neuer played again. So the likely chance of him getting an upgrade, like he could get the 2 clean sheets to get an upgrade. That would be quite nice. So it'd be a 96, but he isn't going to get anything else other than that, as I don't see Neuer not playing. And if he, like I say, if he doesn't play next game, that's it. There's no second upgrade for him. We obviously have got a very, very nice Carvajal as well. 97 rated. Really coming back strong. Coming in at 1 million coins, which is just nuts in himself. Jockey, bruiser, whipped pass. And this is the comparison to, obviously, Trent. The 97 defending, the 96 pace, and also the 94 physicality. Now, for me, that's the right back I'm going for, to be honest with you. We still do have a few little fodder players in here. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not just the Copa America. Like, they've got a few, like Danzo's high rated. I think that's what's keeping his rating up there. He's probably coming in more towards a very low S. I don't see really anything that I'm like, okay, that's going to be the centre back I want. Power header, decent. Intercept, it's an extra bonus. Blocks decent enough, and long ball pass. No anticipate, no kind of slide tackle, no nothing like that, which for me is a little bit on the lower side. We've obviously got the Croatian right back coming in with some decent stats, but no better than Trent, to be honest. So again, I'm going to go with more of the lower tier for him. To be fair with the centre mid, does look decent. 37k, I think they've kind of really sold him down the river in terms of price there, but it is what it is. Kostic coming in as a left mid. He's got the 5-4 with a rapid, dead ball, and whipped pass. If they're going to give a dead play style plus light dead ball, at least give him the quadruple at the minimum. Stats wise, looking pretty standard across the board there. I'd probably go for a very low kind of S, if anything, for him. If I can even find him, that might be helpful. Then obviously when it comes to, like I say, the right back or the centre mid, he's kind of coming in the higher A+, if anything. And then we also saw Danzo in low S, the right back. I'd go under Trent if I'm being brutal for him, so it is what it is. You have obviously got Brozier as well. Not a bad striker, coming in with the finesse, aerial, and press proven. Great pace, great shooting, great dribbling, but we could say that for everybody. Everybody has got these sort of level of stats, to be honest. Frankowski, another one that's coming in more pace than obviously a lot of the right backs, but you're not really going to do too much with it. You've got a lovely centre mid for Italy as well. This card, in terms of if he does get the upgrade, I know the defense and physical is not crazy, but the dribbling, pace, shooting, mixed with the shooting, you go mixed with the pace, you keep going with that up. If he can manage to get 2 goals, 2 assists, and get the 5 appearances, I mean, it's definitely not going to be the worst card in the world. I'd say probably coming in at a low A, well, a higher A plus, in fact, rather than a low S. Ozcan would definitely go into kind of like that low S A plus, if I'm going honest. And then you've obviously got Van der Ven, who is phenomenal. Now, in terms of the SBC, you're looking at a very good one. Now, people are going to make the comparisons. Who do you do? Van der Ven or do you do Benusi? Because Benusi came out like the day or two after, and I must admit, Van der Ven's got to get it done for me. 93 on the pace. You've got the defending physical as always. Dribbling-wise, you've got low composure, which is the only problem with him, I think. He does have 68 on his base, so it is one of them. I think for me, he comes in at a very high S, but not quite getting into that S plus, and mainly composure alone. Like, that's going to be a big factor. Missing out on the 90 at this point in the game is going to be far too crucial, if I'm being brutally honest. We then obviously have got two other kind of fodder players. We also have, and I don't know how you pronounce his name, so I'm going to get him up first. You have as Charles. He got the lovely upgrade last year of the double from Future Star. Now he's got himself a 95. Looking decent. Like, that's a very, very nice cam. He's coming in with a 4-5. He's got himself the aerial, the incisive, and a power shot. Passing's good, shooting's good, pace. Defending is high enough for a cam as well. And some incredible physicality. So I think with an upgrade, this guy has genuinely got himself a chance to really, really be up there. Kind of Verts is holding him off a little bit, and same with Simons. But he's a very, very high-end cam if I'm going for it. And then we have got Neves. Neves coming in with his 95 centre mid, obviously coming from Benfica, 227. He's got the rapid plus, the technical, and also the incisive. He's coming in with a 4-4. He's got an upgrade from a 71, which is just a massive, massive upgrade for him. I think he definitely solidifies him into kind of that medium to low S in terms of a centre mid, and that is going to be everybody. Like I said, when it comes to the tracker, make sure you're having a look, seeing what cards you've got, what they're kind of going for, because if you are buying cards, have a look at these, because if there's a likely chance Verts manages to get the 5 appearances, does get another goal or gets another assist, then more than likely you're going to see his price absolutely skyrocket, as Verts could be one of the first cards to reach that 99. Who knows? It will be an interesting one, but there's going to be prices up and down. Tomorrow we'll go over the Euro Path to Glories as well. We'll add everybody into a massive list. Let me know down below if you're excited, and make sure you subscribe for more. Peace.